Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Just a quick disclaimer, it's raining outside so the lighting won't be the best today. By the time this video goes out, I will be back on campus studying at university, which is super exciting. But the thing is, the last semester, like every other student in the world, I was forced to do distance learning because the coronavirus pandemic came about and just took over, and so we were forced to continue working towards our degrees at home, online, so everyone in the world became a student at the university of our bedrooms. So what happened was, I am a first year at the University of Auckland, and I was in my first semester. I went on campus for 3 weeks, and then we were told that the campus was closing down. I studied for 14 weeks at home, in lockdown really, although close to the end I did start going out a bit more because, you know, New Zealand, I'm a New Zealander, 0 cases in the community, we are safe. We're pretty safe at least. And so I want to talk about my experience doing distance learning during the pandemic and whether or not I would do it again. So let's start off with what I did like. I saved a lot of time and saved a lot of money. Public transport, like getting to and from uni, and to and from like lecture theatres, takes a lot of time and money. Let's get real here. I could just get up, breakfast, shower, teeth, get started. And, you know, I would mainly work in the dining room, and then eventually I would move to my bedroom if I had a tutorial, or if I had a live lecture, Drama 100, they were all live lectures rather than pre-recorded. In a way, it felt like I had my own office, which is pretty nice. It's really nice, let's get real here. Like, thinking that I have my own office where I just do all my work and just not being distracted by anyone else was just really, really lovely in a way. And I could just do my readings, and I could do my essays, my bullet journals, easy peasy. I was still getting a lot of communication from my tutors and my lecturers about what was going on, and we still had tutor sessions, we still had office hours, just on Zoom. So yeah, the communication was still really strong during distance learning time period, and there was even one tutor that I had who would have like individual catch-up sessions so we would get to know everyone, which was so lovely. I really appreciate that. So that is just amazing, and I'm so grateful for that tutor. I'm really going to miss him next semester, but I do wish him the best of luck for his master's degree. Another pro is that I learnt where I work best at home when it comes to uni, because I thought I could do well in my bedroom, because I would always edit my YouTube videos in my bedroom. Turns out not. I can edit my YouTube videos anywhere in the world. Not uni. Not uni. I can do uni work at the dining table, but I learnt that, and that's really going to help for the next semester when I'm actually on campus as a full-time student. Another pro is I didn't need to race any other students to get to a table to study. I didn't need to race to get a good seat in the lecture theatre. I was pretty fine. Like, everyone had a good seat in the lecture theatre, in the study spaces, in the tutorials, because we were all in our own spaces. Another pro is, if I missed something in the lecture because the lecturer was talking too quickly, or like I was writing something down and then suddenly something else went in but I had to finish that note off first, I could just rewind the lecture. Even though our lectures are recorded at UOA, just when you're in the live lecture, you can't rewind, and then by the time you watch the lecture recording, you kind of forget what you forgot to write. But thanks to lockdown and every lecture being online, I could easily do it, and I didn't need to worry about missing something. I could just rewind as many times as I wanted. Another pro was that I was still able to stick to my timetable, and due to the lockdown some things had to be changed around, so at times there was more time in the day to get work done, which is really, really convenient, and I love that and I appreciate that. So it's not like lectures were just put all over the place, they were actually still committing to the timetable, or intended to commit to the timetable. So, perfect. I was still having a routine. It wasn't like all over the place and I was out of routine during the semester. I still had what I booked in at the beginning of the semester. Another pro that I cannot get away from is the fact that we were given 24 hours to do our tests and exams. That is so much better than 2 hours. Don't you dare try to say that 24 hours is worse than 2 hours. No, because I would be there when the tests went live, when the exams went live. I was always there, and I just had 24 hours to do the exams. Plus, tests and exams were open book. As long as we referenced, we were fine. Because I was working at home, I was able to like catch up with readings, because at the beginning of the semester, because it was my first semester and I didn't really know much about uni, I had a bad work ethic. I had a really, really bad work ethic that's actually quite embarrassing, not gonna lie. And thanks to distance learning, I was able to catch up on everything with no problem. Like, I caught up with everything really, really quickly, because that's all I could do at one point, you know? We had a week where we just pushed everything back, so I just did readings. Mid-semester break, readings. And catching up with assignments, obviously, but still readings. I was able to catch up with everything and stay on top of my work, thanks to working from home due to a bad work ethic and being oblivious to what uni was going to be like. Now let's get over to the parts of distance learning that I didn't like. The first one, I think it just relates to every single person during this pandemic. It's not a student thing, but I got insanely lonely. I missed being surrounded by people at uni. I missed the uni experience. And as a first year student, in my first semester, I didn't really know people when we went into lockdown, because I was on campus for 3 weeks and then we had to move online. So I really missed that opportunity to work with people, get to know people, and establish really strong friendships that we could like text each other over the content. Another thing I didn't like, you're gonna think this is insane, but I was an A student when I was on campus. I turned into a B student online, and I even got a C+ for an assignment, and that crushed me. I was doing so well, like, I guess it was 3 weeks, so I don't know, but during the time I was on campus, I was getting straight A's, A+, and then I got a B, and then I constantly just got B's and B's and B's, and then the C+. Some people in my house didn't understand the concept of university, because not all of them have gone to university before, so there was a lot of uncertainty of what I had to do from them. And you know, it's kind of like, I guess everyone encountered like really difficult things, especially parents with young children. I get that, but like, you know, when you're in your first year, your first semester, you're not getting a uni experience. It's like I'm really struggling to like get the concept of uni and uni work. It was just a bit of an inconvenience at times. My mum has gone to uni about 3 times, and she was the one who was like, guys, we kind of need to back away because this is the stressful time of the semester, so like, just give a little bit more distance just so I could get some work done. So thank you, Mum, I love you. I think everyone experienced this constantly throughout the lockdown. People were laggy and slow. Yeah, I had Zoom meetings for uni quite often for tutorials, and every so often a lecture was conducted through Zoom live, so it was a bit inconvenient having people lagging behind, because you know, like, the tutor could be saying the most important thing ever, and you'd have to say, sorry, can you say that again, because you're kind of lagging behind. Yeah, it's something that I'm not a fan of doing again, let's get real here. Especially because I was doing a drama course, so like we were still doing our performances just online. So like, just in case something went laggy. Yeah, that was like not great when you're being assessed on your performance and suddenly you're like lagging behind. Like, that is such an inconvenience. We weren't marked down obviously, but it kind of just changes the performance. You're not getting the full experience as a performer. Another problem was that I had a really hard time separating uni life and like relaxing life. So like, I would literally spend an entire day not socialising with my family, not socialising with anyone at all during lockdown, and I was just doing work, and I would only have a break for eating or exercise, and that is really insanely bad. I developed that kind of personality, and I haven't actually been able to get out of it, so hopefully with being on campus and everything, that's gonna help, and hopefully with a better work ethic, I'll be able to do that as well. I'm trying to change the work ethic for the next semester so it's a bit better, so I can like have like evenings to relax or something. Typically I'd start my working time from 10 o'clock in the morning, unless I had a 9 AM tutorial, which was a Wednesday. and I would not stop working until like 9 p.m, sometimes 11 o'clock at night. So like 10 a.m. till sometimes 9, sometimes 11 o'clock. Quite often 11 o'clock, let's get real here. And just no socialising with other people is really, really bad. When I was on campus, I did 20,000 steps a day. And then I did nothing, because I wasn't walking to and from lectures, so as much as it was an inconvenience on, like, not needing to commute to locations, it benefited my health, my physical health. Like, I was still doing my exercise. That didn't happen, unfortunately, so hopefully that changes when I go back on campus, because I've got a less crammy timetable for the next semester. I was lucky to do 1,000 steps a day while in lockdown, because I would follow instructions and not leave the house. So in conclusion, would I do this again? I did like the fact that I could like spend entire days, and I kind of like had office hours in a way, just doing constant work. But I missed people. And that's the biggest thing that's making me say no. And that's why I am going to have to say no, because I can't be alone forever. I learnt that I can work alone, but I can't handle, and I still can't handle, how isolated I feel. I was able to keep up with my workload, however, the loneliness really kicked in really quickly, and I still can't handle the fact that I was that lonely for 14 weeks. And the separation of work and life just was not there. It was non-existent whatsoever. It was just work. No life whatsoever. If I called a friend, I was still doing uni work. And I would tell them, I'm gonna, like, write my essay on the side. And that is so sad. So thank you very much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts on distant learning and what your lockdown experience was like in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't, because I make a new video every week. And I hope to see you in another video.